Hi, it's time for a review of a different kind, not electronics this time, but one of these newfangled ultra slim wallets, because this is my wallet here on the right, and well, it's a little bit thick in my back pocket. And this is the Stealth Razor ultra thin wallet, which is a Kickstarter which just shipped, made in the US. So I thought we'd check this out. Is the dream possible to convert this into this? Well, let's find out. First of all, let's take a look at my wallet here, and I've put a few cards back in here. It's been thinner than this in recent times, but not by a huge amount, because your traditional leather wallet like this has a separate slot for each card, and of course you get the thickness of the leather between each card. And as we'll see in these stealth wallets, they completely do away with that. And then they've even got little zipper pouches in here where you can put that's designed for coins and things like that, but I just whack coins in my pocket. I've never had coins in there, but we've got the thing for cash. I'm a cash man. I'm always carrying cash on hand, so you combine all those together, and that's what really makes all the thickness in there. I mean, half of it's just leather. So, really right there, something like this is where you squish the cards together is really going to be able to get the thickness down. So, it's a guaranteed winner right there. Anyway, and I always carry around one of these, and this isn't even the highest denomination they actually made. Anyway, I always carry this around just for novelty, and also to remind myself that this fiat currency as well, it's a little bit how you doing. So I've got all sorts of things. I've got various family photo things in there. I've even got a little go-get card that's for car hire, and I've got my 125 kilohertz RFID tag for my build in here. I've got various other corporate cards. I've got passes. I've got Medicare card. I've got healthcare card. I've got my Opal travel card here in Australia. I've got I've got three credit cards. One's a business, 2 personal credit cards, plus a key card. I don't really need to keep all these. As I said, I can actually get away with less, but I've got a swimming card for the kids. I've got my license in there. I've got, when I go get my boost juice, I get my, every 10th one free, all that sort of jazz. So, right there, I'm not going to be able to carry all of this in one of these newfangled slim wallets. Anyway, let's take a look at this Stealth Razor. So this is it. This is the Stealth Razor, and it's, supposed to be as thin as a razor blade. Made in California, fantastic. It's supposed to be 15 times stronger than steel, using mil-spec ballistic material and all that sort of jazz. Anyway, as I said, this is a Kickstarter. It's just shipped, and it's done by a company called the Airo Collective, proudly made in California. Hi to all my Californian viewers. And it just shipped in this little thing. It had a protective film on it as well. Anyway, so there you go. The Stealth Razor wallet, quite expensive at 85 Yankee bucks, recommended retail price. I got it for less than that on the Kickstarter, of course. But yeah, it's basically just a thin film of material like this, and it's got 2 different slots for your cards over here. They're offset. You'll notice this is on the high side, this is on the low side. That's because on your cards you have the embossed printing, of course, usually around about there, something like that. So when you put cards in the one side like this, the numbers, the embossed numbers will be raised up like this, and when you offset them, the ones will be offset here. So that's a nice little touch for just minimizing the thickness, and it can hold up to 8 cards. So I'm sliding in 4 cards at the moment. These don't have any embossing on them, but they're just normal cards, and I have actually tried real credit cards, and they do actually fit. So you can put up to 8 cards. It's got a little bungee strap in here, which you can put your cash in. So right there, I've got 8 cards inside that, and that's pretty thin. Right, so I've actually got 4 real embossed credit cards in here, plus 4 non-embossed various of cards of various kinds. Let's have a look. And that's about half a bee's dick under 9mm there. That's with no cash. But here's the first problem with those cards. It often doesn't sit flat like that, and it gets worse when you put cash in it. And it's supposed to hold up to 4 bills in this. Once you've got your cards in there, it is a little bit fiddly to try and get this strap out, but once your cash is in there, I don't mind that at all. But look, now try and close this, and it's absolutely useless. It just does not stay closed. Even if I push all the cards right out there like that, it simply does not stay shut. So all the photos you see on the Kickstarter campaign for this thing being flat like that, yeah, they're always holding it like that, because if you just leave it, you can't just leave it sitting out on the table. Like, you've got, like, no. And even with this Yankee funny money here, this cotton rubbish, even though I've compressed that right down, it still flips up. So that's with your 8 cards and your 4 bills. Yeah, it really, there is quite a lot of force in that to spring it open. And you can see when you've got the cards in there like that, when you've got 8 of them, which would be, pretty much, most people would have in the order of like 8 cards, something like that. So I really need more than that, but I can get by with 8, but like, it's just useless. Okay, so I'm down to 4 cards now, and nope, even with 4 cards, doesn't do it. Cannot stay shut. That's really, really annoying. And that's only 4 bills. I always carry more than 4 bills. No. If you want to carry cash, it's not really a good solution. Oh, look, I got it. I got it to eventually sit flat. So maybe if you bend the bills and you crease them and, oh, no. Anyway, I do like the fact that you can flip it open and you can just easily access the bills and, pull them out. That is really quite nice. Works well. One of the other benefits they try to sell you is that you can just whip it open like that and then just push the card out like that so that you can access so that you can plug it in, the chip part into the machine. And, well, yeah, you can. They kind of get stuck if you push, like, it'll push more than one at a time. So you kind of got to, like, keep one finger under there, and you can do it one-handed and push out, but it's not quite as easy as they make out, but that's, it's kind of neat. Anyway, with the 8 cards and cash, just over 10 millimeters. So this is as thin as you can possibly get in this sort of solution. So if you only want to carry, up to 8 cards and some cash, and you don't mind it flipping open, it's actually a really good option. But if you have everything in your wallet, there's no way you're going to be able to reduce having your 10, 12 cards, even if you have 8 cards in here, plus a bunch of cash and other sort of things, then yeah, it's not some magical utopia, but I kind of like it. I'll try it for a while to see if I can get used to carrying this, because there are some things that I can't take in here all the time. So I was, if I'm planning a trip or something like that, I'm going to have to make sure that I have the right cards in there sometimes, or I may have to put them in my bag or my backpack or whatever, something like that. But anyway, it really is quite neat. If you're just, going out on the town and you want to carry a couple of cards and some cash, then yeah, it really is quite a nice option. Really like it. And it's supposed to be completely tear-proof. So, yeah, they show in the video of these big bodybuilder guys trying to rip this thing, and I don't know. Oh, well, yeah, I reckon if I pull on that, I reckon that's going to rip. I reckon I can get... Oh, yep, I can see it start to rip. I don't want to ruin it. But I can... Anyway, it's supposed to be, yeah, some whiz-bang ballistic material using bulletproof vests and all that sort of jazz. And as you can probably tell by the pattern, it's got RFID protection as well. And I've done an excellent video, which you must watch, on actually testing these RFID protections and how you can just use a bit of alfoil does the trick at higher frequencies. But what I'm really interested in is my access card for my lab, which I have to have in my wallet daily. These are 125 kilohertz, so I want to see if this actually still works, and it only stops the 13.5 megahertz pay wave type ones. It should. It'll definitely, I'm sure it'll definitely stop the 13 megahertz ones. But yeah, 125k. I'm going to go downstairs, give it a try. All right, let's give it a whirl. I'm down in the basement car park. I've got my wallet, and I've got a couple of other credit cards in there as well. Winner, chicken dinner. And if you're wondering how these 125 kilohertz RFID tags are able to work through these supposed RFID protected wallets, then it has to do with the frequency, 125K versus 13.5 megahertz. I actually go through and test this in, as I said, that video I'll link in at the end. It's very interesting. You should really watch it. But yeah, that works a treat, so fantastic. All right, so let's just check RFID. Oh, that's a horrible noise. Anyway, it's detected it. Whack it inside here. I have absolutely no doubt that that's going to work a treat. As I said, even a bit of alfoil inside your wallet will work just fine. And no worries, I've tried this various times and orientations and it works a treat. So yeah, too easy. And what are we talking in weight here? Completely empty traditional wallet. 81 grams. The Razor, 4.4, no contest. It does come in a leather version though for you leather fanboys. And there's my old wallet with nothing in it. And where's the new one? Well, there it is under there. I know it's not apples versus apples, but still pretty cool. Let's give it a knife test, shall we? Yeah, that's not too shabby. No wuckers. And that's for your material aficionados. There you go. And you can see that the stitching really, you know, you could rip this open. It's really start to have gone there a little bit. But of course I was like ripping that from the inside out. So anyway, there you go. And this bungee cord thing, I don't know what material that is, but it seems good enough. Hey, good enough for Australia. Try and rip, oh, nope, I just ripped it. Damn it. Yeah, I think that did actually break right at the knot there, but I can fix that. I can feed it back through and re-knot that, but yeah, don't pull too hard. So there you have it. That's the Airo Stealth Razor wallet. And what do I think of it? Well, it's not a universal solution for getting rid of your leather, your real thick leather wallet. Let me tell you, you really need to have the real minimalistic nature. As I said, like if you're going out on the town or something, you want to keep it nice and slim and, you know, you want to just take a few bills and a couple of credit cards to get yourself out of trouble, then that's fine. But if I'm carrying the same amount of cash, which I just happen to have in my wallet here, this thing, that's this huge amount of force on that. It just springs wide open. If I put that in my pocket, it's going to be actually bulging out like that, just as thick as my leather wallet, just by the nature of having all these cards. By the way, having the thicker RFID card in there with your 3 other credit cards, you've got your 4 cards, but it now makes it ridiculously thick, and you can see the pressure point in there like that. So I think maybe if they designed it so that it was maybe a little bit longer perhaps and had more room in there for extra bills, like they did like an extra large version or something, I would buy the extra large version because, like, yeah, for my average daily use, this would be really annoying. Trust me, this is not feel vision, but there's a lot of pressure on that. If I stick it in my wallet, it's going to stick out. So yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Niche use. I'll give it a go for a while, but I might find it's annoying. It just can't carry just as much as I need, unfortunately. But yeah, your mileage may vary, and I'm sure it will suit a lot of people. It is very expensive for like 85 Yankee bucks recommended price, but anyway, it is really jazzy. There's other slim wallets on the market, but I believe like this is one of the thin. This is basically as thin as you can make it. You can't get any thinner than this sort of material. So yeah, this is like the world's thinnest wallet until you start putting stuff in. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Have you got one of these ultra slim wallets? Has it changed your life? All that sort of jazz. I don't know. I'm late on the bandwagon for these slim wallet things. But yeah, I just wish it would be a bit bigger. Oh, so still in search for the perfect slim wallet, I think. Anyway, if you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, as always, and you can discuss down below or over on the EEVblog forum. Catch you next time.